Hi, this is Laura. Back again to share the week one of my keto experience. I'm trying to get Gary to get a little bit more involved in some of the conversations, but he's definitely more camera shy than I am, and I didn't know that was possible. So, well, we'll certainly try to get him here. I'd like to break the week up into three categories. One is the food portion, one is emotions, and then finally the results. So as far as food went, I thought things went pretty well. It is week one, so you're all going gangbusters, trying to get all the right food and everything, and it was all planned. So I thought it went really well. The dinners that we had put together were filling, weren't incredibly difficult, and seemed to stay pretty much on the low carb spectrum. Gary did well with the breakfast that we made him, and I really liked the bulletproof coffee. That seemed to work really well for me, surprisingly well, especially since I'm one of those people that can get hangry quick. Usually I had to eat between 2 and 3 hours, every 2 and 3 hours, and that wasn't the case on this, and that was a bit surprising and pretty cool. We even went out to dinner on Friday. We went to a steakhouse. I had a steak and a vegetable skewer, and that seemed to do pretty well. So I guess I think I could do eating out as long as I'm not going crazy on that point. So from Gary's perspective, he thought the food went pretty well also. As far as emotions or problems going on with the diet, on the plus side, neither of us were very hungry. As I mentioned before, I tend to get hungry every 2 to 3 hours, and I didn't get that hangry feeling. I did periodically get a kind of a feeling that, hey, maybe I should eat something. It's probably about time, and that was about it, which I was quite surprised. We did struggle more emotionally in the evenings. So breakfast and lunch, we're going to the office, we're working, we're coming home late, that kind of stuff. That worked just fine. After getting home, making dinner, and sitting down on that evil couch, that's where I think we kind of started slipping into our old routines, and we wanted something salty or sweet after dinner, regardless of whether we were hungry or not. And that is definitely something that we're aware of, and we're trying to work on. I haven't mastered that piece. We ended up doing some low carb solutions. The cream cheese fluff, a good kind of sweet snack that worked well, and we really didn't go off too bad. We really stayed away from nuts. It's easy to go off plan with nuts, but emotionally it wasn't too bad. Did have some physical challenges. Had a headache the whole time through. I won't 100% assume that was a keto flu type thing. I was having some fairly significant headaches the week before because of allergies, but it did feel different, so I definitely know keto was part of it. I did start drinking some broth in the morning to see if I could try to get those electrolytes up, and that seems to be doing a little bit better. It's not 100% because I still have some slight headaches, but a lot better. As far as the results, everybody wants to know about the results. You hear about all of these people that lose 8 to 10, 11 pounds the first week. I'm jealous. That I don't think I've ever been on a diet and had that happen to me. So prepare yourself. I was prepared. I wasn't expecting that. I started out at 194.2 at the beginning of this. I am now 192.6. So that's down 1.6 pounds. That doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, knowing my body, that's a pretty good weight loss, and I'm happy with that. I don't have the massive water weight loss, because that's just not where I'm at. I am going from one diet to another diet, so that didn't occur for me. As far as Gary went, he started at 223.8 and he was down to 221.6, so another 2.2 pounds. And again, since both of us were on a previous diet and we didn't really have a lot of that water weight at the beginning, so this is typically more of the weight loss that you would see at week 2, but I'm okay with that. I ordered some of the keto strips online just to see how I was doing, and I was in ketosis, but not really. I was in the pink area and not in the purple area, and that made me think, boy, I need to really look at what I'm eating and why that's the case. I have been putting my information on MyFitnessPal, and I'll link to my profile on there. So if you're on MyFitnessPal too, feel free to friend me, or I don't even know what the term is on that. But and I noticed I was eating really more in that 25 to 30 carbs a day, and really not in that below 20. And that kind of surprised me a little bit. So I need to look at that a little bit more. One of the things that I was screwing up was the low carb peanut butter cups that I had. They're very low carb, but they're not less than 20 grams a day low carb. So I think I might have to nix those for a while. Which is a bummer, because those really help in the in-between areas. If I'm hungry, I might have to do some fat bomb recipe instead, kind of get away from the chocolate in those. The other thing is I'm really going to start writing things down. I went back and did a few days that I missed last week, and it was pretty obvious by the macros that I was in that 25 to 30, maybe sometimes 35 if I don't include reduction in fiber. That probably was kicking me out, and I think that makes sense. So hoping that I can make some changes this upcoming week and see at least the same weight loss, if not maybe more, but I'd be great with another 1.5 pounds. I hope you like this video. I hope this helps you, and I'm looking forward to having the next one next week. Until then, see you around. Bye.